Hi there. For this video, we are tasked to find the smallest possible value of x minus y given the two inequalities. So to solve this, we first start with the inequality out here. So we have 1 over 7 less than square root of x over x less than or equal to 1 over 5. Now the first thing that I can do out here is that I can square each one of them. So when we square this one, its outcome would become 1 over 7 squared. 1 over 7 squared is simply 1 over 49 less than x over x squared and less than or equal to 1 over 5 squared or 25. Now from here, note that we can actually divide x in the numerator and the denominator out here, so we can cancel that one since we are given that x is a whole number, which implies that x is not equal to 0. So we can cancel that one out, leaving us with 1 over 49 less than 1 over x less than or equal to 1 over 25. Now to get the value of x, what we'll do is we'll get the reciprocal of this one. So we'll have 49 x and 25. And since we get the reciprocal, their signs would also be inversed. So we'll have greater than or equal to here. Greater than only, since this is the sign that reversed, and greater than or equal to out here, since this is the sign that reversed. So if you're doubting this one, it's simply like this one is rotated out here, so the sign is it inversed, but note that this one is the 25 part. This one is the 25. So it's over this one as out here. So yeah, kind of confusing, but that's how it works. And so we take note of this inequality. So let's take note of this one out here. And the next thing that we'll do is we will explore the other inequality. So we have 3 over 4 is less than 1 minus square root of y all over y is less than or equal to 8 over 9. For this one, the first thing that I would do is I would add negative 1, or rather subtract 1 in all of this one out here. So we will have 3 over 4 minus 1 less than negative square root of y over y less than or equal to 8 over 9 minus 1. And note that the 1 out here can be written as 4 over 4, and here can be written as 9 over 9. So we will simply have negative 1 over 4 less than negative square root of y over y less than or equal to negative 1 over 9. Now from here, what I would do is I would multiply the negative sign in all of this one. So times negative 1, and negative 1. And so we will obtain 1 over 4 square root of y over y, and 1 over 9. Since we multiplied a negative value in the inequality, the sign would reverse. And from this part, it's simply a similar process to what we did in the first inequality. So we square all of these. So we will have 1 over 16, since this 16 is 4 squared, greater than y over y squared, greater than or equal to 1 over 9 squared, or 81. From here, note that we can again cancel out y in the numerator and in the denominator, so we will have 1 over y out here. Similar to the first inequality, this implies that y is from here 16 here and 81 here. The signs would reverse, so this would be less than, and this would be less than or equal to. So we now have converted the two given inequalities into simply just x and y. Now we are tasked to find the value of x minus y, such that x minus y is the smallest possible value. Now how would we obtain this one? Note that first, for simplicity, let's rotate this inequality out here. So we will rewrite that one as 25 is less than or equal to x is less than 49. So this one out the left here is the smaller value. So for this x minus y to be at its smallest possible value, x must be at its least possible. So this one is least, and this one must be at its largest possible. The reason behind this is because x is positive. So in positive numbers, we know that it is at its lowest when the value is lower. And for y, since there is a negative sign here, we know that it is at its lowest when this y here is larger in terms of full number. So if that is confusing, if we view, say, 1 and 2, clearly 2 is greater than 1. But if it's negative 1 and negative 2, we know that negative 1 is the larger value since there is a negative sign. So it's similar to this one. And so the value that would give the smallest x minus y is, again, the least x, or 25. So 25 minus the largest y, which is 81, minus 81. Subtracting this one would give us 25 minus 81 is negative 56. So that is the answer for this problem. So the key to solve this one is to take note of the inequalities and find a way on how you can convert it to simply be an inequality of x, an inequality of x, and an inequality of y alone. And from there, we would easily be able to obtain the smallest possible value of x minus y. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment down below any suggestions, comments, or clarifications to this problem. And if you have your own solution, please don't hesitate to share that down below in this video. So yeah, that's it. I hope you had fun in this video, and yeah, that is all for this video.